Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'd like to break down some of the riffs from one of my new singles, which by the way, in case you missed it, it's out now, available on all digital platforms. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. But anyway, in this video we're gonna go through some of the riff ideas that I had for that song, and I'm just gonna talk about the technique a little bit. There are a few interesting things happening that might be helpful or interesting for you, so yeah, let's get into it. By the way, you can get the tab for the whole song on my website. You'll find the link in the description. So the song actually starts with kind of a simple hybrid picking pattern. It's in A minor, so we're starting with a A minor 9 arpeggio. And then I'm basically playing just the E note a lot, on different strings though. So you get a different timbre for each note. Most of the time I'm also using a different finger on my right hand, so one might be picked, and another one hybrid picked with a middle finger or the ring finger. So you get like this very interesting kind of timbre trail, if you will. Let me actually play that riff slow for you. Then we go into basically the same thing, same chord, but with F in the bass. We get like a F major 7 sharp 4 sound. And then it's basically the same arpeggio. That's pretty much it for the intro. It's quite of a minimal song actually, and so there's purposely not a lot going on. It's not really complicated as far as structure and even harmony. It's really very simple chord progression. In fact, it's just these two chords for kind of the whole song. Also, the arrangement itself is quite minimal, and I kind of went this direction for the whole EP, and actually even the previous one, which is actually related to this one. They both feel very minimal, both in arrangement and kind of guitar work, if you will. Although there are some interesting techniques, I think, in some spots. So let's actually get into the main riff. Yeah, that's quite of a tough one, especially if you're not warmed up yet. So let's break it down section by section. We start again on A minor 9 with the open string here. And then again F at 9 with a sharp 4. The open B in this case, and then we get into kind of a sus arpeggio. You can look at this in many ways. It's really just a mixed arpeggio. This could be C 6/9. And then D at 9. And then from here we actually get into kind of a C major 7 with the 9 as well, arpeggio. G chord. Just to finish the riff, and we're back on A minor. So let me try to play that slow. So notice the triplets here. And also notice that A big part of this arpeggio, for instance, is really relying on just the left hand. I'm literally just picking once, and then it's just left hand. And then I'm plucking with my middle finger the open B note. Also, the open string was kind of strategic to give me time basically to reach the next position. You know, you can definitely use open strings to, like I did here. And I've actually did the same previously on the F. Last note is on an open string, so I have actually the time to reach the next arpeggio position. Which would have been quite difficult without the time to change position physically on the neck. So definitely try to experiment with open strings, and it could be very interesting kind of to add unexpected notes in some way. Or even just to give yourself some time to change positions across the fretboard. So the second time it's kind of the same apart from the ending. We get into kind of a F9 arpeggio, and then again G at the end, and we're back on the beginning. So and the third time actually we have kind of a bigger difference. We get into a kind of a fast triplet run. Which is really just a combination of different stacked fifths arpeggios. So we have like an F9. Again, using the open string to connect to the next one. And then we have a C9. Again, notice that I'm heavily relying on the left hand, except for the first and last note. Then I finish with a basic E minor triad. Which I guess would kind of imply like a 5-1 cadence, even if it's a minor 5. But it resolves kind of nicely to the A. Gives it a sense of resolution. The very tricky part of this is actually controlling the open strings after you play them. So, like here, for instance. By the time you reach the next position, you kind of don't want to hear the open string ringing underneath the arpeggio. So it's kind of tricky to mute the open string once you reach the next position. But I think it's really important to have a clean sounding result. You know, you don't want to hear that open string ringing the whole time, so make sure you can mute that in some way. I'm using mostly my index finger. So by the time I reach the next note on the next position, basically I mute the open string. Okay, let try to play that slow one more time and then regular speed. I'm gonna try to not mess it up. Kinda. I guess you get the idea. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's been helpful or interesting for you in some way. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. In case you missed it, make sure to check out this song. And if you already did, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I guess I'll just see you in the next video. Ciao.